Hello everybody, fellow silver and gold stackers. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. I know I haven't been on here that much lately, and that is because there hasn't been all that much to talk about in the area of precious metals right now. And that is why. That is because I'm going to show you something. I bought a bunch of these the other day from a guy. Sunshine Mint kilo bars. But that's because this stuff hasn't been doing anything. It has been moving, and the interest has dropped quite a bit. And I wish, I'm going to talk to the bar right now, which sounds a little nuts. I wish you would do something. I wish you would move one way or the other, because it is a little bit frustrating. A lot of things have gone on. We had the election come and go. We're going to have a new administration coming in. Things have, seem to be changing, hopefully for the better. But as to the precious metals market and what I'm seeing right now, especially amongst my customers in my store, silver and gold right now, the interest has dropped considerably. And, I understand it. And I'm with some of you. I get it. It's silver, specifically silver, is a very, very slow mover. And that doesn't mean I'm changing my viewpoints on it at all, because I'm in it for the long haul. This is what I do, and it's not just because I'm in this business. I mean, when I'm out of this business, which will happen sooner or later, I'm still going to be a silver and gold stacker no matter what. Now, what I've been seeing a lot of, I'm going to be honest with you, the cryptocurrency market is very, very popular right now. It's very hot. It's being pumped up, and that's because I think a lot of it has to do with this new administration. Seems to be very, very pro-crypto, and it's a little bit frustrating to me that the president-elect coming in really hasn't talked or spoken much about silver and gold at all. I literally haven't heard him say anything about it one way or the other, but he has been very, very, very pro-crypto, and my feelings, and I'm sure if you watched me talk about this before about cryptocurrencies, I'm not a true believer in cryptocurrencies. I'm going to tell you right now. But with that being said, and I've said this many times, I hold nothing against anybody that can go out and make a profit from cryptocurrencies. If you have a way, to make money, or you make a bunch of money from it, good for you. To me, it's no different than a stock market in that sense. I know there's a difference, obviously, but in that sense, I have nothing against it. As to me, I'm not very invested in that. I'm just not. And if I were, and I did make a bunch of money from it, I could tell you right now that profit would be coming out at some point that I deem is the right time, and it would be going into things that are more tangible, such as land, silver and gold, amongst other things. But the land and the silver and gold part are at the top of my list of priorities. And maybe I'm thinking that way because I'm starting to get older. I'm not sure, or maybe it's just common sense. To me, it seems like common sense. And I don't think anything's really changed with silver and gold. We still have a ton of debt in this country, over 36 trillion, and still rising rapidly. Now, I'm hoping that this new administration can come in and get control of this like they're talking. I don't know if it's possible. We'll have to see, but I'm hopeful something will change. But I wouldn't count on it. I mean, that's a big, mountain to climb right there. And unfortunately, what has been going on for a long time has been very tons of wasteful spending. And if you start looking at what they've actually wasted our taxpayer money on over the years, it's disgusting. And it's almost like it's almost unbelievable what they've actually done with our money and how they waste it. And we're out working, paying our taxes, trying to raise our families, and trying to get money together for retirement, so you can be comfortable. And these fools are out there taking our money, sending it all over the world, and wasting it on the most ridiculous things. All you got to do is look some of these examples up. It will just blow your mind. And I find it, insulting to the taxpayers at what they do with it. But they act like, oh, there's no problem, there's no problem. Yeah, there's no problem because you think you can just keep printing and printing into oblivion. It's not going to work that way. It's common sense. Eventually, you have to get control of this, okay? And I'm going to show you two examples of that. These in the know people think they know, and they're giving you little clues that, oh, by the way, we need to get control of this. So listen to this post. This is from Janet Yellen. I am concerned about fiscal sustainability, and I am sorry we haven't made more progress. I believe the deficit needs to be brought down. Oh, you're just figuring that out now? Really? That is common sense. How are these people who are in control saying things like this? Oh, I believe the deficit needs to be brought down. No kidding, it needs to be brought down. It's a joke. And then it blows my mind that these people that are in control, they act like they don't know the truth, but they know the truth. This is all a bunch of baloney. They think they got those printing presses. They can print all day long, but they know what's really happening. And who's to pay for it? We are. We're the ones that are paying for it. Then I want you to listen to this clip, and then I want you to tell me what you think. Hold on, I'll be right back.
One thing that you have spoken out quite emphatically about is debt and deficits. You've been doing that now for a very, very long time. What is, in your mind, the tipping point for the debt and the deficit? In that, for a very long time, I go back to thinking of 2010 or 11, I read some of the speeches you were giving back then, and thinking about Simpson Bowles. And at that time, people talked about the debt and deficit. We're at a tipping point. If we don't deal with it immediately, we're at a knife's edge. We're going to tip over. And here we are in 2024, and we haven't tipped over yet. In between that, there was this whole MMT idea that somehow we could just spend money wildly, and that would be fine too. And I'm not sure that's gained too much traction either. Maybe it's been undone. But what do you worry about as the tipping point for all of this?
So you're right. I did work on fiscal policy issues before I came to the Fed. But at the Fed, we don't have oversight over fiscal policy. Quite to the contrary, Congress has oversight over us. So I would limit myself to saying this: that the U.S. federal budget is on an unsustainable path. The debt is not at an unsustainable level, but the path is unsustainable. And we know that we have to change that. We've got to get back so that revenues and spending are in better alignment. We don't need to pay the debt down. We don't need to balance the budget. We just need the economy to grow faster than the debt, and that's not happening. We're running very large budget deficits at a time of full employment and strong growth. So we need to address that, and we got to do it sooner or later, and sooner is better than later.
So that was Jerome Powell, the Fed chair, that you all probably know who he is, and him talking about how it's unsustainable, the debt. It's unsustainable. No kidding. All these people in government, or this guy with the Federal Reserve, telling us, oh, by the way, we're just becoming aware that it's unsustainable. You people caused this problem. You people are the ones that caused this debt. So I think it's a joke. I think it's ridiculous. Like I said, I think it blows my mind. And they're going to tell us this stuff, and they think we're all a bunch of idiots telling us these things. It's unsustainable. No kidding. 36 trillion and rising. At some point, it can't be paid. All the taxpayer money that's coming in won't be enough to cover it. If they don't get control of this, it literally there is going to be a dollar collapse, just like we've talked about on here. There literally will be a dollar collapse if they don't get control of it. This new administration that's coming in, there's a lot of talk with Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy with this Doge initiative that they're going to do and try and cut back on wasteful spending. And they want to cut regulations. They want to do this. They want to do that. I want them to do that. I hope they get control of it because I think we will be in much better shape if they do. I think this country, we could end up in a surplus one day if they do the right things. But to this point, it hasn't been done. And it's amazing that nobody has ever done this before. As far as I'm aware, nobody has ever come out with the government and actually went in and actually cleaned it up like this. This is just insane, and it can't go on. They're telling you it can't go on. It has to change, and I think the new administration's got really like 2 years before you go into another election cycle, and that'll put an end to it. But if they don't get it cleaned up, and I really don't know if they can do it in 2 years. If they don't do it, I will keep harping on the fact that at some point, I do believe the dollar is going to collapse. And this is exactly why you need silver and gold, in my opinion. It's not for me to pump it to you. I'm not a pumper. I'm not telling you to jump into it for, to make a lot of money. I'm telling you that it is an insurance policy. I don't believe it's an investment. I think cryptos are a very speculative investment, but I just told you what I would do with the money if I made money on it. So I'm a little riled up about it, listening to some of this stuff, hearing some of this stuff. I hope silver and gold start to move better. Gold's up over, back up over 2,700. Silver's around 32 right now. And, we'll see where it goes. I hope it moves. But there's no way I'm changing my thinking or my philosophy on this anytime soon. It's just not going to happen. And, we'll see what happens on the road. I'm hopeful. We'll see what happens, guys. If you have any comments about any of this, please leave them in the comments below. What do you guys think about cryptocurrency versus silver and gold stacking? It is a valid topic right now. And have you lost interest in silver? I know some of you have, for sure, because I've seen it with my own customers. I've had customers coming in recently selling off silver to buy cryptos. Whether that's a good thing or not, I don't know. They make money from it, and then they take the profit and flip it back into metal. I think it's a really good idea. I don't know. Who am I to say? If you can make money from it, do it. But if you would, guys, please like and subscribe. And until the next video, I'll see you then, guys. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in.